Welcome back to another episode of I Don't Know Who This Is For. And y'all already know I'd be so excited about my guest. This one means something special because she was not on my radar and God said, yes, she is. I want you to help me welcoming Genet.
Thank you for having me.
I am so happy that you are here because this is purposeful today. So let me just tell the people about you. So Genet creates space for emotional expression and connection through raw and honest posts on her social media that name and explore real feelings by blending her vulnerability and by blending her vulnerability with creativity. They invite you to community when you feel deeper. She shares openly and she is not afraid to be seen without judgment. Janae! Okay, girl, you here.
I'm here.
You are here. Do you know why you're here?
No, but it don't even matter. I know what? I take that back. I'm lying like shit. No. No, let me not say that. Because God said that he was going to put me in spaces when the time was right. And that I needed to make sure that whenever I got the call to show up honestly, authentically, and just be yourself. And that he was putting me in spaces because there was a message that I had for people. There was something for people to learn. And my only job was just to show up and be authentic, honest, and myself. And so I don't really know what's going to come out of the conversation, but I honestly didn't even know that you was going to ask me to be on your podcast. I didn't know you had a podcast.
I didn't know that I was going to ask you to be on my podcast. Like I told you literally, it was not on my radar. I had already had my lineup done for season 2.
Yeah.
Like literally had it done. And I came across, so let me just backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
Let me tell the people how I met you.
Yeah.
So I am a mental health advocate at Montgomery College.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when I first got the job on PGC. Mm-hmm. And I was talking about on the radio how when I was getting off my shift, I was going right to Montgomery College because we were doing a paint and sip.
Yep.
With Justin from Paint and Sip in St. Charles Mall, shout out to him. And you came,
yes,
because your sister heard me on the radio.
Yep.
And when you came, you know, I go around, I talk to people, and you told me that you were on a sobriety journey until you turned 40, I think. I can't remember the full details.
Yeah.
But it blew me away because one, I was like, damn, people really do listen to the radio. I'm in good position. And then I was like, there are other people that present to the world as socialites and they like to have a good time, but they also are looking to be well.
Yeah.
Because, you know, being sober, it can be lonely. You know, because everybody is turning up and taking shots and stuff like that. So when I saw you, I immediately called my husband when I left. I was like, yo, this lady was there. She on her sobriety journey. She's not sure where it's going to take her. She doesn't know if she's going to do it for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
But it was so dope for her to come. And so that's how we met.
Yes.
Fast forward to last week, right? It was last week. Last week. And I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even listen to the video. I just watched it. And I saw you, the caption came up. You had a caption or something, and it just was like, fuck it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to start a podcast.
Yeah.
And you was like, nah, I ain't going to do it. I don't know if this is episode 1. I don't know what this is. And I was like, yo, this is good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because it showed what we go through in our minds on a daily basis. Fear, judgment, shame, nervousness, our nervous system in a wreck. But are we still going to show up to do what we were purposed to do and what God has told us to do? Are we still going to show up? And that's what I got from it. I was like, yo, I got to have her on the podcast. I don't know what the hell we going to talk about, but we just going to sit and we going to have a good time and we going to get to the bottom of some things. We going to talk about some things. There may be some healing that happens, the start of some healing, some transformation, and somebody out there may need something that you have on your heart. And so that's why you're here. To be honest,
that.
you didn't know I had a podcast. I didn't know that you was gonna be on the shit. So it works out perfectly.
Yeah.
And when I asked you, you was like, "What we doing?"
Yep.
I said, "You gonna be on the podcast?" You was like, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
And it just went from there. And I was very excited about this episode because I see how honest and raw and transparent you are on social media, and it's not for show. You can tell when somebody is doing it for show. But you get on there and you pop your shit, you show you at work, but this podcast is something in it. So let's talk about that.
Okay, let's do it.
So what was the thing that said a podcast?
Well, I've always wanted to do the podcast, but the fear, of being seen, not knowing what to say, if I was going to be articulate enough for people, and if I were to talk the way I normally talk with people, will it be well received? And so, and then the amount of, I guess with podcasts, how they've been so influential in my life and how they've helped me grow, I was like, I want to do something like that because they've just been so instrumental in my own healing process and my growth. How it came about, that snowstorm.
For real.
That snowstorm.
What happened?
Yeah, because the setup was already there. When I moved into my apartment, I created that space with the intention that one day that would be the background to my podcast, because I had watched so many people online do podcasts from their homes.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, nigga, you can do that. And so I curated that space with that intention. So fast forward, the snowstorm comes, I'm a substitute teacher.
I love your videos of you at school too. We'll talk about that, but yes.
And so now it's like a real snowstorm, and they shut shit down. And so now the first couple of days I was super stressed because I'm thinking financially, I'm losing out on days and money, and I need these days to make sure that my bills are paid for the month.
Absolutely.
And then I got on the phone. And then one day, and then like Tuesday, I was just like, you know what? You keep playing with the idea. Let's just turn the camera on, say what you guys say, and see what happens. You ain't got nothing to lose. And so I made the video. I sat with it for a little bit to see how I felt the next day. And I was still with the shit. So I was like, you know what? Boop. Send. And then the next day, I was on the phone with one of my homegirls, and she was digging in my ass. I did not appreciate it. I didn't like it.
But it was so good.
Not all of it. Some of it was very triggering in a way where it's just like, I'm trying to move out of this space and you bringing me back there. But I kept listening to her, and there was something that came out of the conversation that really like hit my spirit. And she asked me, what aligned actions am I taking to be my highest self?
Ooh,
right.
Shit.
Right. Okay. And then she sent me a playlist to listen to. She was like, listen to this before you go to sleep tonight and just see what happens. Playlist, wasn't fucking with it. Whatever. I wasn't feeling the vibes. I was still in my ego. But when I woke up the next morning, I woke up with the question, hey, nigga, what aligned actions are you taking to be your most high self? And so I opened up my journal and I thought about it. But before I could even answer the question, I had to answer the question, what does Genet look like as her highest self? Ooh. So then I started making a list, started going for it, boom, 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 writing it down. And so I'm like, okay, this is what you look like as your highest self. Now, what can you do to take aligned actions to make sure that you're showing up as this person every day? And then I started making my to-do list
that
for
was
the
rough.
day. It was rough.
That's rough.
Yeah. And so then I started making my to-do list for the day. And then the next thing I know, I'm moving through my day. I ain't worried about no finances.
Ooh.
I'm focusing on being
that
a
list.
creative. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting the post fly on IG. Like, look, I don't know what I'm doing. Send.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, school closed all through the week. Friday, I filmed my first episode. Let it marinate, let it sit. And that was all over the place, as you saw.
I loved it though.
It was all over the place. And so I didn't really think I had anything with it. But then after I let it marinate for a couple of days, and when I came back to it, I was like, oh nah, you got something. This is different.
Yeah.
It's a little cringy, but it's honest, it's real, it's authentic. Go with it, Slim.
Yes.
And let's just see what happens. And so, yeah, God sat me down.
That's no,
because he knew I was going to keep going after them substitute jobs, even though I asked him to take me out of that space. He knew I wasn't going to stop because I was too stuck in my lack mindset when it came to my finances, which was also keeping me from pursuing the creative endeavors that I had, because that shit ain't funding nothing right now. So
we talked about this before. You have been trying to get out of that space for a while.
Man, I'm in my 3rd school year.
Yeah. You've been trying to get out that space for a while. I think what is happening is like the snowstorm, just like what COVID did. COVID changed a lot of people's lives because we had to sit down with our thoughts.
Yeah.
Like literally, we could not go anywhere. God does something when the weather changes. Something happens when the weather changes. It is I was about to say a slippery slope, not a slippery slope, but it is the start of something new.
Yeah.
Because the fact that you started the snowstorm thinking about the finances and nervous and scared, because I know what that's like.
Yeah.
That is not a good feeling.
Nope.
When you have to figure out, how am I going to provide for myself, Jesus? What is going to happen? Am I going to have to sell some ass? Like, I don't want to do this.
Listen, I took pictures of my feet the other day and tried to send it to a nigga.
Here go my pinky.
And look.
Here go my pinky.
When I tried to do it, it wouldn't go through. God said, oh, hell no. It would not go through. Shit you not. Shit you not. I was in that joint. Shit you not. I mean, if I'm not going to work, if I'm not going to school,
Let me just
what else am I going
my feet?
You asked for them. Here.
That's real though.
Super real.
That's real.
Yeah.
So but this is a good part that I did not want to move past.
Okay.
When you got the apartment, you knew that space in your apartment was going to be for the podcast. Or did you know, what did you create that space for? Was it a podcast, or what was it? What did you create it for?
Okay, so when I first moved into my apartment, I was in a depression, right? So many things was going on during that time. And so my therapist said that me taking my time building out my apartment would be therapeutic.
Okay.
And so I've had my own house. It was a frat house. It was terrible. Like, I've gone through all these different phases with my homes. But this time I really felt ready and prepared to really curate a space that, one, it represented me. It felt comfortable. It was the aesthetics was on point, all the things. And so, and then also with the money that I had to put my finances either towards the living room or my bedroom. And so I chose the living room because I knew that I would be spending a lot of time in my home. And so I needed that space to be comfortable, because also seasonal depression is real. And this was like October. So now it's getting dark early. It's cold outside. So it's like, sis, you need to make sure you comfortable in this space, because you're going to be set for a little bit while you feel your feelings. And so that was the initial goal. But then as I started building out and I found this couch, I said, oh man, this couch is a motherfucking vibe. And then my grandmother had passed away, and I was able to bring some artwork from her home, and things just started coming together.
Working
and
out.
then once I seen it, I said, oh Slim, you can really do your podcast right here. Like, you really turn this into a living room, but also a stage for your podcast whenever you're ready. So that's kind of how that came together.
I am excited to see what God is going to do in this space of your podcast, because you said something earlier about it's cringy, right? But imagine how many people are having these cringy thoughts and cringy moments and are afraid to share them.
Yeah.
Because they know that people are not going to receive them well.
Yep.
People are looking for community, whether that community be online, at the library, in the grocery store. People are looking to find people that are going through the same things, and they know that they are not alone in a space of, I don't know what to say, but I don't even know how I feel, but I'm about to just start talking because I got to get it out. Sometimes it just has to come out.
Yeah.
Because we keep stuff in, and next thing you know, we fat, we got stomachs, our stomach hurt, shit is fucked up, your blood pressure is high, cholesterol high, you severely depressed because you got so much stuff you've been holding on to. And what I've realized about what is happening with your podcast is that it is a start of a healing journey that you didn't even foresee when it comes to depression and stuff, right? And so, because I heard you say you were you were depressed, and we talked about that at the school.
Yeah.
And at some point, God wants us to be healed from that and not even have to deal with it anymore, because that is a hard thing to live with. Depression is so hard to live with.
Right.
And so you have to figure out how to heal from it, work through it, transform your life, find a hobby. You know what I'm saying? And so with your podcast, I think that is a part of the healing journey, because you already saw the space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I think that this is going to be so good. And the fact that you are doing it with your eyes. You did your episode with your eyes closed.
With my eyes closed.
Yo, before you even said it, right? Before you even said it, this is like Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Every time I think about doing something with my eyes closed or doing something scared, I think about that, because that was so good.
It was so good.
I mean, it was so small in the movie, but it was so good. It turned out big in the movie because he ended up taking his glasses off and doing things with his glasses off.
Yep.
And that was a pivotal moment in the movie when he did that, because Adam Sandler is like, yo, he took his glasses off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was so good because it can relate to us in life.
Yep.
When are we going to take our glasses off and do the thing?
Do the thing. Do the thing.
Depression. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
What triggers it? What causes it?
Well, in that moment that I was experiencing a lot of loss in my life. And so I had a colleague pass away, a college friend pass away, and then the big hit after that, my cousin was murdered. So all three of those things happened in September. Then my grandmother passed away October 4th. Then I broke up with my girlfriend on October 7th. And so after all of that, I was like, I'm done. Fuck it. I'm done. Like, leave me alone. Like, what is going on around here? And so that's what just experiencing just back to back losses like that. It was a lot. And then and I was also transitioning. So even before that happened, I lost a career within the fire department, which I thought that was going to be my end all be all. I thought that was it. But it wasn't. It was just another pit stop along my journey.
Yeah.
And so I'm navigating that. What is my next move? I'm coming up on 40. How am I trying to figure out another career path again this late in the game? Like, what am I going to do next? I don't know. But I did know after all of that, I was tired of the heaviness when it came to work, and that I wanted to finally tap into this creativeness that I felt inside of me. But I don't have a blueprint. I don't even have artsy fartsy friends like that. I don't even know where to start. So even though I want to do this, I want to be in this space. How do I do this? How do I do it?
Well, Chat GPT, Google, all of that stuff can be your artsy fartsy friends.
Yeah.
And nothing can stop you. 40 is, yes, we're older at 40, but it's not too late.
Nope.
It is never too late.
Nope.
I can list off a number of people that have made it older than 40. You know what I'm saying? And they are thriving.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that we do is that we get so hung up on how people have made it. And they're like, the young people are killing it online. They killing it. The 30s, the 20 and 30-year-olds, they making millions of dollars.
They are getting
they
it.
are killing it. And so it is, but they are showing us older, you know, we're 10 years older, but showing us older people like, yo, it's money out here. And all you got to do is just get on the internet and press the button. That's it. That is it. I posted something a few weeks ago. It was me dancing in the car with my girls to T.I.'s song. But here's the crazy part.
Video's fire.
Thank you. A couple of days before that, I posted about, because I saw this lady in the store and she came up to me and was like, how do you feel when you don't get a lot of likes and comments on your stuff and you have all of those followers? And I said, first of all, I don't feel like I have a lot of followers. I don't care. 100,000 followers is not a lot to me. That's just how I feel. I want bigger, right? But when I don't get a lot of likes and comments, it doesn't do anything. I'm just like, because what happens in that post that may only get 17 likes, I get 14 people that purchase a ticket to my event. So because people didn't like it, doesn't mean anything. Somebody saw it.
Yep.
They just didn't like it. They didn't comment. They went right to the link in my bio and said, hey, I'm going to Dear Self Brunch weekend. Let me buy 2-3 tickets. You know what I'm saying? So everything you post is for somebody. It may not be for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? So I posted that. 2 days later, I post a video of me and my kids in the car dancing to T.I.'s new song. Fire ass song.
Yeah.
Let them know.
Yeah.
Baby, I don't know how many likes it has now.
Right.
It blew up literally in 24 hours.
I know that's
in
right.
24 hours, it was like 30,000 likes. And just not less than 24 hours. Tiny reposted it. Rock the Bells reposted it. DL, like all of these people reposted it. And that's what I was trying. It's not about that. It's just about you never know what's going to hit.
You never know.
Just keep posting.
Yeah.
Do it scared.
Yep.
And don't care about if a lot of people liked it or commented on it. Because you are in that space for a reason. And you can't forget that, right? I feel like now your page is so fun.
Thank you.
It is fun, and your handle is appropriate for what you do, right? Feeling my feelings. Because when you post, it is always something so raw and real. Even when you post when you're in the class with the kids, that should be wild. The kids are wild. The kids are wild, but they're funny.
They're so
and
funny.
And they love you.
They're so funny.
The
They
little boy
do.
wearing the hat wanted to wear the hat like you.
Yeah.
Like that just shows the impact you have. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I gotta talk to Genet because I really want to get to the bottom of where the fear comes from. Like, does it come from a people pleasing standpoint, or is it a fear of like failing, or both?
So much. So much. I think at its core, it really stems from I was bullied a lot as a kid. And for a really long time, at least from like 3rd grade all the way up to 10th grade.
No way.
I shit you. And that's the response I always get when I tell people that they don't believe that. But yes.
That is hurtful as fuck.
It's so hurtful, but I'm so grateful that it never hardened my heart, and it just made me even more of an empath than I am now, because I can relate. And so I think so at its core, I think just being seen, the visibility, knowing what I went through, my first thought is like what people might say, you know, about me, putting myself out there and giving people opportunity to have opinions about me. I think that's where it really originated at. And then just growing up and not really growing up in a house where I felt validated for who I was, and trying to just fit into this mold for whatever reason. And so I think it started there, and then the people pleasing and feeling like my worth is tied into what I can do for people, and, you know, what I have to offer, because that's what I knew. You get praised when your grades is good, when you hitting the game winning a jump shot. Like, everybody love you then. You know what I'm saying? So I needed to unlearn those kinds of things and that mindset in order for me to learn, be confident in who I am so that I could show up and be okay with putting myself out there for people to actually see me. And I worry about what they have to say about it.
You still do?
I'm not gonna say I don't, but when I say I'm so much more confident now, man, I'm so proud of the person. Like me doing this right now with you.
Yeah.
What?
What? Tell me.
What?
You would have said no?
Yes.
Before? For real?
Like what? When I realized that you had a podcast, I went on YouTube to go look at the first season. And even before I did that, I saw your first episode was with Lonnie B. Okay? I was like, time out. Lonnie B. And then it's like, and now you're asking me to be, so I stopped looking. I didn't watch the podcast because now I caught myself looking at everybody that you had on your podcast, what they look like, comparing myself. So I said, Genet, don't do that. Who cares what her past guests look like? Who cares what they sound like? Who cares what they said? Sherelle asked you to be on her show for a reason.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? This girl got motion. She got platform.
Thank you.
She got followers. You know what I'm saying? She had Lonnie B on the first episode. If she really didn't see something in you, she wouldn't have asked you to be here. And so forget whatever negative self-talk rabbit hole you about to go down. We're not doing that. You're going to show up. You're going to be yourself. You're going to have a conversation. You're going to have fun. It's going to be what it's going to be.
My podcast is for everybody. It is called I Don't Know Who This Is For, but my guest is everybody. I don't give a damn if you got 2 followers. If you have a story, you're going to be on here. Lonnie B is a really good friend of mine.
Nice.
And yes, he has a big platform. He has motion, but he's a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I talk to him, it's not Lonnie B. It's just Lonnie.
Right.
You know? And so that's how it is with everybody. It's not, I don't even talk to, like, yeah, we may touch on what you do and you know, what the public knows you for, but we just having a conversation.
Yeah.
I just like to talk to people that are not afraid to talk about their shortcomings and how God is saving them. You know what I'm saying? Because people need hope.
Yes.
There are so many people with no hope. And my goal for the podcast is that people find hope. They get a nudge to be better.
Yeah.
They get a nudge to not give a fuck
Come on now.
about what people are going to say about what God has told them to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I get people like, oh, you shouldn't curse when you talk about God. Look, fuck that. God, listen, here's the thing. When God had purposed me to speak, to use my voice, I did not hear him say, don't curse. I heard God say, I am sending you the people. I need you to be a steward over that, regardless of what. I told you when I saw you out there, look, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Yeah.
You weren't on my radar to be here. But when you got on my radar, I didn't question it at all. I didn't say, what God? No, I hit you. The moment I saw your podcast, I prayed about it. The next morning I woke up, I said, I got to hit her up today.
Okay.
Because she has to be there. And you notice when I asked her, I said, what you doing on such and such?
Listen.
I ain't even say nothing about the podcast.
I thought you had an event going on.
I know you said,
I was just going to come and support.
Look, you said, what we doing? And then I asked
I
you,
was gonna show up.
Yeah, you was like, what? Like, let's go. But
Yeah.
the crazy part about that is every time I ask somebody to be on, that is their response. Like, for real?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, this is not just for people with a big platform. This is for everybody to speak. Use your voice. Get some healing within the conversation. Get some inspiration so that you can go out into the world and create impact. So you can make a difference for yourself. And then when you make a difference for yourself, everything else will follow. You have no idea what's going to happen with your podcast.
No.
You don't know a year from now, 6 months from now, you probably be on tour doing podcast lives.
I know that's
with
right.
a setup on a stage your couch on, not your specific couch, but something similar to your setup at home.
Yeah.
With a packed crowd. Like, yo, I've been waiting for this. I've been watching you for 6 months. I've been watching you for a year. Somebody sent me the podcast. I like what you was talking about when you couldn't open your eyes. I like the second episode, the third episode.
Yeah.
You just never know what God is going to do.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I do have a platform. And what I like to do with that is to expose the greatness of people that are considered like underdogs too.
I appreciate that.
Right?
Yeah.
Because my followers don't know you.
Right. Right.
And your followers don't know me.
They might. They might.
Well, be that as it may, I just wanted to be able to say, God, you know, I want to be a part of her seeing how great you have made it for her.
Yeah, thank you.
Because depression will have no space in your life, in the things that you create, in the way that God shows you how amazing you're going to be, that you already are. You know what I'm saying? And then you won't even use the word anymore because it will be non-existent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll be completely non-existent because you don't have the time to even be depressed.
Right.
You're so busy creating,
Yep.
you may get frustrated, you may get a little stressed, may have a little anxiety, but depression can't even come in your house no more. It can't even come on the street, on your street.
Right.
Because it's afraid of how God gonna show up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we got to speak over that thing. And I was like, girl, you coming on this goddamn podcast, whether you say yes or no, we're going to have to come and do it on your couch, okay?
I know that's right.
All right, I haven't asked you any of these questions.
Okay.
But I'm going to go here. Okay, so has there ever been a time when you shared publicly about your feelings and you felt vulnerable or scared, and what helped you push through that outside of the podcast? Because I've never seen you share this raw. I may have missed it.
Yeah.
But I want to know if it's something I've missed that you've shared publicly that you were afraid to, and you just said, fuck it, like you did with the podcast.
There was one post that I made, and I was having a vulnerable moment in the car, but what was most vulnerable to me in that moment was my face, because my skin was broken out so bad, and so the acne was acne, and is something that I've struggled with, and so I didn't feel confident in posting, or normally I would have back in the day put a filter over my face, or I would not be online. I would not be taking pictures whenever my face would break out. But I was sitting at home one night. There was this little white boy on YouTube. Face was fucked.
And he probably had
white.
millions of followers.
So his shit was red. It was fucked. And I said, this little motherfucker is and I mean, got hella views. He talking his shit. And I'm learning something from him. Not only did I learn something from him, but also the fact that you had the confidence to turn this camera on with your face looking like that. You ain't giving zero fucks. I said, Genet, girl, if you don't get over yourself right now, post that goddamn video. But he gave me the courage and the confidence. And it's been so many moments like that. Like you said, somebody, you never know who watching and who going to inspire you. I don't know who that little kid is. But the fact that he had the confidence to still put his content out there with his skin looking like that, it made me post my video with my skin looking like that too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get to some rapid fire.
Okay.
All right. So, oh wait, before we get to rapid fire.
Okay.
Are there any topics? Have you even thought about topics that you're going to talk about on your podcast? And if you have, is there one that you're going to share that you've never shared before? You don't have to share it with me. I just want to know. Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And when you do it, just say, Sherelle, I posted it so I can see what you're talking about.
I got you.
Okay. So rapid fire.
Okay.
A habit that you're trying to break.
A habit I'm trying to break. Yeah, I guess still talking negatively to myself. Yeah.
What does that look like?
I guess, or maybe not talking negatively to myself, or just the negative thoughts like, am I good enough? Or I was telling somebody today that I've had a Substack, but I haven't used it for what I thought it was for. Because at first it was just for your writing, and because I write so much, I thought that maybe this would be a good space for me to do that. But then when I was reading my writing, it's kind of sounded like I was a little dyslexic. It was very like I write how I talk, and so I didn't think that it was good enough. Like it wasn't. I don't know what the word like. I guess it didn't have the proper grammar, punctuation, a lot of run-on sentences, and because I'm not really good at format and stuff like that, I've shied away from putting my writing out into the world on the internet. So
Genet.
I know, but that's like an example of me not thinking I'm good enough. For my writing's not good enough because it's not. I guess it's not like it doesn't come across like very academic, like
But why does it have to though?
It doesn't.
These thoughts, we have these self-sabotaging thoughts that hold us back, that are brutal.
Yeah.
I implore you to really, really hone in on that. Do you know the comedian Funny Marco?
Yes.
Do you know that he's dyslexic? Like really,
in real
like
life?
he cannot read.
Okay, gotcha.
Like for real.
Yeah.
And he is killing it.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? Like though, and I'm not saying that you're dyslexic, but you use the word like dyslexic, but you see that. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm reading my writing, I'm like, girl, how the hell that word get all the way at that part of the sentence? That shit don't make no sense.
You better fucking chat GPT this shit and say, hey, rewrite
this, please.
Exactly. Rewrite this for me and hook me up.
Right.
Because you're sitting on gifts that could change your life.
Yeah.
Literally change your life. You are tired of where you are with your job.
Yes.
And you're sitting on gifts that God has instilled in you. Like, yo, I don't know if you know the severity of that, but that shit, like, you gonna have to change that.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
He been working on me.
Yes.
I call my man. He on when it comes to me and God. It's like he Mr. Miyagi and me. Wax on, wax off. It's like, all right, girl, one thing at a time.
Yeah, let's go.
It's like sometimes he'll snatch the rug up under me. Like I don't have time for your shit today. I need you to do this. Or sometimes he'll be gentle. He'll be like, okay, girl, let's just do this. Can you just do this? And so even with the writing, because last year I submitted a writing. I entered a writing contest.
Okay.
And I actually made it to the final round. I didn't win, but the fact that I even made it to the round where I got to sit on a panel and talk about what I wrote, it was huge for me because the one because I pushed the button on it. So I had already won in my book. I put something out there on the internet. I can't take that back. It was my writing. And so that was a huge win for me. And then to make it to a qualifying round, to be a winner and be able to sit on a panel to talk about it, I was super proud of that. So it's like, it's baby steps. Like he keep pushing me little, even now 2 years later with the podcast. I've been sitting on this, but we had to work on some inner things first before he could put me in position to be able to sit in front of a camera and a microphone before I could do this. I couldn't do this a year ago.
Look at you.
I wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that be the case sometimes. Sometimes you're just not mentally ready. You don't have the capacity to do it. You know what I'm saying? And God is like, all right, I'm going to give you an option. You can do what I told you to do, or you can do what you think is right.
Yep.
And it's always good to honor God. Okay, next question.
All right.
A habit that saved you.
Ooh, when I took that year off from drinking.
Yeah.
When I took the year, I stopped drinking, I stopped eating edibles, smoking. Those are my three things. Yeah. When I took that year off, man, he put it on my heart to do it. He said 9 months. I took it to a year because I always wanted to challenge myself to do it anyway. I just never succeeded. And so then when he put it on my heart to do it for those 9 months, I chose to go the distance for a year. But man, the amount of things that I learned about myself in that year, it's like the lessons learned, they're intangible. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like so much good inner work happened from me just sitting back, being completely clear how I showed up in the world, for myself, my nephews, at my job, or at my community, for my friends. I just became an overall better person because I was able to really see myself differently and work on some shit.
Yeah, I love that. All right. Something people assume about you that's completely wrong.
I'm a whore. That my DMs are popping. That's a lie. They're very quiet. They're quiet.
A moment in your life that changed you forever.
Damn. When I went to the Peace Corps, when I joined the Peace Corps.
Okay.
That was a game changer.
All right. Something you're proud of that no one claps for.
That no one claps for. Showing up every day.
That's good. What currently brings you peace?
Being in solitude. I like being by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
What currently triggers you?
My mama.
Okay.
She ain't gonna like that.
She not gonna like
she
that.
not gonna like that.
You know, this is a running thing. My guests are talking about their relationships with their parents, with their mom in general.
Yeah.
I think we are getting to an age where we see things different, and we are getting the cojones to speak about it. I don't want beef. I just want to tell you how this makes me feel.
Yeah.
When this happened. And that is very important.
Yep.
It is very important. One of my guests said that she told her mom, like, I don't want to have any more conversations with you until we go to therapy.
What did her mama say?
She said yes.
I know that's right. Okay.
Yeah, she said she was very surprised.
Yeah.
But her mom said yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
Good
because
for them.
it's yeah. That's a lot. All right, last one.
All right, let's do it.
I don't know who this is for,
but don't be afraid to bet on yourself.
Say the whole thing.
Okay. I don't know who this is for, but don't be afraid to bet on yourself. Yeah.
All right. You have anything else that you want to share, girl?
I just want to say thank you.
Yay!
I just want to say thank you. I wholeheartly believe that this encounter, or me being here, was completely orchestrated and aligned by God. When I met you, and also just, I love that got to meet you first, then online and on the radio. Yeah. And I just want to say that you are exactly who you think you are. Oh. And the person that you show up as in person, you the same person across the board. And you don't come across people like that often. You know what I'm saying? So I have so much love and respect for you. And I'm so appreciative of this opportunity. And also for you just seeing me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate that for real.
Yeah, this isn't it. I think this is just the start of how God has really placed me in your life and you in mine. Yeah. Because I feel like there's more work to be done. I don't know what that looks like. Right. But I can feel that it is something else. Because I see people that post Move Me all the time, and I don't ask them to be on my damn podcast. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it doesn't say, oh my God, she is like, and I told you, I watched it on mute. Here's the thing. This is the crazy part. Because I don't listen to any videos. Okay. My husband will tell you, I'll be in the bed laughing at videos and you can't hear sound. Right. I can't stand noise, right? Gotcha. So I watched it. I prayed about it. I asked you. You said yes. I went back and listened to it. I didn't even listen to it until you said yes. Yeah. When I listened to it, I said, okay, God. Right. You the same God. Yeah. I know why you did this.
And this, I had 2 other offers to be on somebody's podcast, right? Neither one, they both fell through. Nothing ever came of them, right? You asked me what I was doing. I said, whatever you need. What are we doing? Right? You said podcast. Within a week, I'm like, oh shit, she not playing. And also, I knew that I was in alignment because this happened with so much ease. That's another thing I know. I know when I'm being led by God because He makes shit so easy for me. And the way that it was just boom, 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 we here. I said, oh, you nigga, you got to be there. You supposed to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This, I don't play. I'm very serious about this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody asked me why do I have the podcast, and I'm like, one, I like to talk to people.
Yes.
Right? I like to hear people's stories. I like to hear how God is moving in their life because I know how God moves in mine.
Yeah.
But I also like that it creates impact. And I love when people comment, yo, this episode saved me.
Oof.
I heard that so many times in my first season.
I know that's
It
right.
was so much and overwhelming that I had to take a year off because I was like, yo, this is crazy. I didn't know that it was going to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't create the impact where I was on tour. I was, my podcast was on all this stuff, but I created impact with people, real people.
Yep.
That are asking like, yo, when is, I don't know who's this for coming back out, who you got on, what they talking about, what they got going on. They don't give a damn who I got on. They just want to know what is their story.
Right.
That's not what people nowadays want. Celebrities. I want celebrities. But my people want impact. They want to be healed. They want to be better. They want to see themselves in my guests. They already see their self in me, and they like, yo, you got more people. That's, you know what I'm saying. And all of my guests are not like me, but most of my guests, all of my guests, let me get this right, all of my guests are willing to share a story. And that's the only requirement.
Got you.
No limits. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? And we'll have you back because I want to dig more into some of the stuff that you said. But I just wanted to introduce you to the people so they can get familiar with you because this is not the last time they will see you.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank you so much for being on the podcast, girl. All right, y'all. Oh, look, can I pray with you?
Oh, absolutely.
Father God, in the name of Jesus, I thank you so much for today, God. I thank you so much for allowing us to place our feet on solid ground. God, I thank you so much for this time of fellowship. God, I thank you so much for continuously shielding and blocking all the enemy has planned for us. God, I thank you so much for covering our minds, our bodies, our spirits, our ideas. God, I thank you so much for giving us purpose. I thank you so much for allowing us to create impact. God, I thank you so much for being the Alpha and the Omega. I thank you so much for keeping your promises to us, God. I bind you in the name of Jesus. Satan, you gotta go. Thank you for the blood of your son, God. I thank you for all the things. Again, I thank you for shielding and blocking all the enemy has planned for our minds, our bodies, and our soul. In your mighty name, Jesus. Amen. Thank you so much. We love you so much. Listen, go to the doctor, get checked, go get some therapy, do all of the things that you know you need to do, but you are afraid to do. Go have that difficult conversation with the person that you love. Do something different today. Make a change. Do something, okay? I don't know who this is for, but I love you so much. Mwah.